Just first of all, I want to thank our fans, man. What a crowd, and you could tell, like our guys were juiced about it, And actually, before during warm-ups, Coach Ream came back and said, "Coach, man, there's a heck of a crowd out there," and so that was really cool. And their energy, really played a big part in it. But I really thought over the last 2 or 3 days, our guys were very focused. And that focus showed in how much we talked on defense out there, and then our defense turned into offense for us. And then, we made some shots too, right? Like when the ball goes through the hole, man, it makes makes the game a whole lot easier, a whole lot more fun for everybody, right? And so that was, and we just trust our work, and keep going. And just thankful for the win, blessed to be in this program with these dudes. And Tyler Perry did our mentor today after scout and walkthrough and all of that, and just talked about just looking himself in the mirror, telling our guys and realizing how special this situation is that he has here, and that he was going to approach it, be more thankful, and just knowing that, this opportunity, everybody doesn't get it, this opportunity, and you could tell he played with a lot more freedom and less stress, because they're kids, they're kids. He showed a post today that, because one of my things is I like to breathe confidence into guys. So, Marquise Noel was the best point guard in America last year, long before he was the best point guard in America, and Ish Masood was the best shooter in America, right? And long before he became Big 12-ish, and it's just one of those things. And so I've called Tyler Perry the best shooter in America. I believe it. I mean, he showed, I just like to breed confidence. Well, somebody posted, if Tyler Perry is the best shooter in the country, then our basketball is in a bad state, or the worst state, something crazy like that, right? Like, I don't read that stuff, but our kids do, and my man is absorbing that thing, and so I was very thankful that he was willing to be so transparent with the team and talk about his struggle and use it to help the whole team move forward. And that's probably I believe it's the best thing we do as our mentors. Segments where we talk about life and the things we're going through and how we approach things, and so I was really thankful that TP was willing to do that today and be transparent, and I think it helped everybody, staff, players, everyone, and just blessed. 1-0, erase it, 1-game season, now we move on to the next one.
Jerome, how happy were you to see Tyler shoot with that kind of confidence, not just make the shots, but be willing to shoot the shots with the confidence that he did today? Yeah,
I was very happy. And in fact, he turned down at least one, maybe two that I was on. I think, I want him to stay aggressive. It's one of his superpowers, his ability to shoot the ball. I know he wants to prove that he can be a point guard, but he can't. He has to continue to trust his work, and so I was happy for him. And Cam too, Cam's been struggling, but just his continued aggression is what we have to have, because we put in too much work.
Bench minutes were down a little bit this game. What went into that decision?
We're just trying to figure out how to win. It's if it takes 9 to win, we're gonna play 9. If it's 6 to win, we're gonna play 6. If it's 7, it's just if our guys are focused and locked in, and I don't have to go deeper in to find energy or to find something that we're not getting, then that's what we'll do. And ideally you'd want to play 8, but whatever it takes to win on that given night, man, we're treating every game like a 1-game season, and everybody's got to be bought into it and be ready when their number's called.
On that front, what has Dorian Finister proved to you in the last week or two to get these extra minutes?
That he understands what he needs to do to help us win. And, he has defended, rebound, moved the ball, and because he's done those things and been real efficient at doing them, then now we can start coaching him about looking for some of his, okay, this is when you need to look for yours, and when a kid goes in the game and they think the way they stay out there is by shooting shots, and if it goes in, that's not what we need from certain guys right now. And Dorian's bought into it, and it's allowed him to be on the floor longer, and now his confidence is going to grow, and our confidence in him is going to grow.
That greater attention to detail on defense that you noticed, is that something you see in the week or two leading up to it in practice?
Yeah, you start the Big 12, everybody's a little bit more locked in. I just you obviously we would like to play better earlier, but I believe that the fact that we were in so many close games earlier and figured out how to win allowed us to grow in a way that we wouldn't have been able to grow had we had blowouts and everybody thought we were really great and stuff. So, but the focus as part of the maturity stuff that we've talked about.
You started off 12-0, or a 12-point lead to start the game. Tell me the significance of getting off to such a big advantage and a hot start like that.
Well, the crowd got into it, right? And our fast start. Obviously, our guys made plays, but I think when we go back and look at it, you can see that it was because of the scouting report, right? Coach Marco did a scouting report, and we talked about some things that we need to take away that they would look for, and I felt like we caused some turnovers and got some deflections and stuff that allowed us, and it was their focus on the scout that allowed that to happen, and then obviously the ball goes in the hole, and that helps you.
After the hot start, one thing that you maybe haven't necessarily done this season is build on it, and it seemed like you never let him back in the game. How big was that, especially coming out to start the second half?
Yeah, huge to start the second half, right? Because they're in there making adjustments, they're getting after those guys, and we wanted to play it like it was 0-0 and win. Like that first 5 minutes coming out of halftime is huge, and I thought the first probably 7 to 10 minutes we were really locked in, and the lead got so big that even when we did relax, there was a spurt there, 2 medias where we got outscored, and didn't play the right way in my opinion, but the lead was so big that they couldn't impact it, and we gave up 13 offensive rebounds in the first half, but only 3 in the second half, so that I was really proud of that.
And also, I don't think you committed your first foul till it was 8 minutes or something left in the half. Was that just how locked in you guys were defensively, or it just?
Yeah, I feel like we've been playing pretty good defense for the last 3 or 4 games, and sometimes that doesn't show up because when the ball's not going in the hole, people focus on the other things. But we've been really pleased with our defense and our. I think I'm pretty sure we've made more free throws than our opponents have attempted, and that's something that's big for us. And if we can get to the bonus and they don't get to the bonus, that really helps us. So I've been real proud of that.
You're good. Go ahead.
So I've noticed when you guys win games, the locker room has some loud music playing, and it's typically Sugar Hill Gang. Apache, Tonto.
That was today.
I've heard it before.
Well, I think we had Kurt Franklin Revolution last game in the hallway, and then one time we had Bob Marley. Every little thing's gonna be all right, right? So it changes. I have nothing to do with that.
That's the question.
Yeah, no.
Who's picking the music?
I don't even know. I don't even pick what I wear, right? They tell me all that stuff. I just show up, and everybody makes me look really good.
Just for Lindsey tonight to get his first action of the season, how special was that for him?
Really, really cool. Really, really cool to see him out there. And he showed up, and in Shark Week, he had done something and he broke a bone in his hand or something, and he had to have surgery as his thumb. And if he didn't have surgery, it could be something that affected him for the rest of his life. So then, you're like, man, is it ever come back? And then he been able to help us in practice now because he's healthy. And so, it went from you didn't know if this dude was going to be able to do anything, and he gets back, and he's really good in practice for us, really helps us. And then to get him in the game, he tried to look me off, right? Like, we're not going to shoot the ball at the end there. And he was trying not to get my eye contact. I was holding him up, but so.
Coach, sitting over there on the defensive side, I hear your team yelling, "We need a kill." What's a kill for you guys' defense?
3 stops in a row.
Is it kind of like the gap goal for the women's team?
I guess so. I don't. I know the women have that GOAT, and that's a really cool thing. I like that. I do. We don't have a GOAT. We just go kills, and